Looks like I'm live. This is troubleshooting as well. This is the second time I'm doing this, but new platform. Let's find Double Fault Pod. Says I'm live, okay. Get ready for the reverb. Get ready. Yep, it says it. Okay, cool. It sounds good. Looks decent. It looks better on my phone than it does on OBS. It looks like my lighting is fucked on OBS. Like I have paper white skin. But we're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna turn that off. Okay. It is 5 p.m. Pacific on Saturday the 27th. We are officially 7.5 hours away from the finals of the Australian Open 2024. Jannik Sinner versus Daniil Medvedev. Let's see if they've got any information on here for us to kind of drool over while we wait. We wanted to squeeze in a quick live stream to talk about some picks, what we're looking at, where we're seeing value. Maybe do a quick recap of what we saw in the semifinals and the women's final as well last night for Americans, obviously. This was a beatdown. It was ugly. Zhang is 21 years old. She'll be back, no doubt. But I mean, I think it was like the second set, game 3. Maybe it was later than that. But we had double fault. Zhang's service games got ugly as she got more and more panicked, and Sabalenka just had that imposing. She was that imposing force on the court. She is a force. It's something that she's earned though. So she's been around a little longer than Zhang, obviously. She was a heavy favorite going in. There was not a lot of value in there on the bet itself, but luckily, if you have been following, we've had a oh boy, only hearing audio from your right ear. I hope you're not messing with me, because I don't know how to fix that. Shit. Well, that sucks. Let me see. Options. I'm still learning how OBS works. No, yeah, I mean, I want to know that. I'm not sure the whole window here. Let me go to sound settings. I should. I might have like the wrong channel set up here. Oops, that's not what I want. Move this over here so not everyone has to watch this. Okay, got the right mic selected. Device properties, additional device properties. Oh, well, everyone's going to see it anyways. 4 channel. Like, I don't see like a 1 channel here, you know what I mean? No, I'm on OBS. Fuck. It sucks though. That's annoying. It's a new mic. I've been setting up this new mic and new audio interface. Tell me if this changes anything. I should put the audio interface up here, but it's probably the way you plugged in the mic. In that way, out this way. it's in. what I just didn't change anything. You're still only hearing right ear. I wish. Damn, is there a program to test left versus right channels? I'm on a stupid fucking thing. Properties. Yeah, okay. Advanced audio properties. Desktop audio. No. What? Active. Does that change anything? What I just did? I don't know what this means, but I just changed. Oh shit! Really? Fuck. Okay. Well, I changed it to mono. I'm assuming that means single channel in the OBS settings for the. Fuck. What a stupid thing. I have way too much to learn about this. By the way, welcome, Fancy Rancy. Nice and crispy now. Volume's not too high, not too low. I don't know if I'll play a YouTube video on here, if it would blow your ears out or not yet. That's all. That'll come with time. Yeah, anyways. Zhang was killing herself with double faults and just overall not being on the same level as Sabalenka. Sabalenka easily took this in an hour and 16 minutes. I remember watching it and thinking I wanted to watch more, but it just wasn't meant to be. I am a proponent of changing WTA slams to best of 5 sets because it's too short. I think that I don't care if the level of competition is different than the men's side. It's you've worked this hard to get to the finals. I think you should really have to prove that you are the champ in the final at a Grand Slam or at a Slam final. So that's just my opinion. Vic does not agree. Vic likes the competitiveness that best of 3 brings to the table. And he's a believer that it wouldn't change the result. I don't see how you can apply that logic and not apply the logic to the men's side as well. When like the level of competition is raised, obviously, but it's still uniform across the board for men. Like they're playing other men. So how many times did Daniil Medvedev go down in this tournament to 2 sets to none? And then come back and win. How many times did a ton of people do that? Medvedev down 2 sets to none wins in 5 sets. Medvedev. Okay, this is back and forth here, but I mean, I don't understand that angle. He had where's his Rusevori match? Medvedev. Rusevori was owning him for 2 sets, and are you telling me that like it'd be okay? It's okay to just end it here. He came back and won. Like it's part of conditioning, right? Part of being the best in the world that you can continue on for more than just 2 sets of tennis. These matches, let's see. I think it was the Rusevori one that went to like 3 a.m. local time. 4 hours and 23 minutes. Are you telling me that the women's final, which was an hour and 16 minutes, is as competitive as a 4 hour and 23 minute second round matchup for the men? I'm just not on board with that. I'm fine with the whole tournament. For most of the tournament for the women being best of 2, best of 3. I think that's fine. But I mean, once we get here, like, let's really make it a tournament. Let's make it something worth playing for. Let's make it something that you have to actually prepare to the next level for. Anyways, today we're talking Sinner Medvedev coming on in 7 hours and 20 minutes. I think that's when the broadcast starts. but the match itself won't start till 1 a.m. Pacific time, 4 a.m. Eastern time, and that's what's that local in Australia? And I'm Pacific time, so they're 19 hours ahead of me. So what, 8 p.m. That's what I'm guessing here. See if it has the time. It doesn't say, but 8 p.m. local time, which is cool. For the locals, obviously, not for me, or definitely not the East Coasters. But we're a little all over the place here. These two have played a lot in the past. I wish I could pare down just hard. Oh wait, everything on here does look like hardcourt matchups. Medvedev owns so many. He's the more experienced guy career-wise, but obviously you can see in the more recent hardcourt matchups, Sinner has had the upper hand. Sinner's done a lot of growing over the past few years, and I don't know what happened when the clock rolled over from 2023 to 2024, but this guy, look, he's playing insane tennis. Like I said before, if you were keeping up with us throughout the tournament, you saw that we put in a future for Sabalenka. We also put in a future for Sinner to win the whole thing at plus 400. That was before he even played. I'm pretty sure that was before he played Karen Khachanov, but it might have been right before Rublev. But he had to go through Rublev, Joker, and now Medvedev. It's a tough road for him, but if he's not playing the best tennis of his life, then I'm scared to see what's still to come. So we've got DraftKings and Bovada pulled up. The money line, unless you're a big Medvedev guy, which I need to iterate here. Vic and Chris couldn't join me today, but they did want me to share a few things. For Vic, it's that tell the viewers of my undying loyalty to Medvedev. So he's riding Medvedev. I think he's got a future in on him. I have to check his tracker, but at plus 250, this is as good as a future odds you probably could get from the quarterfinals on. So the dude's playing real scrappy. He's playing mind games out there a lot, which is fun. He's mentioned in at least one of his post-match conferences, just interviews, that everyone expected me to come out and do this, and instead I did that. That was before he played Hurkacz with a big serve. Stood on the baseline and held his ground, and it worked out. It worked out in the long run. Again, he went 5 sets with Hurkacz, but you never know what he's gonna break out for Sinner. He got the opportunity to watch him play Djokovic, but who knows how focused he was on that. You can almost guarantee he's reviewed the tape since then. He was probably focused more on playing his own match. He came on after the Sinner and Djokovic match. So speaking of that match, if you've heard Chris talk about Zverev at all, he calls him Big Z. And in our very first episode, you've also heard him trash Jannik Sinner. He calls him a little bitch. So the semifinals were basically Chris's personal 9/11. Sinner moves on, beats the number 1 seed to go to the finals, and Big Z goes down to Medvedev in 5 sets after being up 2-0. Ooh. Chris didn't have a good day. He's upset about it. He wishes he could be here as well, but he is not. I have no idea where his mind is at. I'm guessing he wants to bet against Sinner. So here's what I'm looking at here. I don't like either of these. Sure, if I thought Medvedev could win, I would absolutely put money on this. But let's do a quick comparison between that and the money line on Bovada. So we've got plus 245, minus 285, and DraftKings has got minus 310 for Sinner, plus 250. So you're getting juicier odds on Medvedev on DraftKings. Whether probably more accurate on Bovada, if you ask me. These two are probably closer than DraftKings is representative. Obviously, DraftKings. We pull this up because it's one of the more popular books that Americans can bet on, and they're not the sharpest lines, to say the least. We can talk about that more in the future, how they model things over there and who their customer base is, and along with that, I think a conversation you should have with that is problems you're going to end up running into. But Bovada, a little bit more widespread for sure, considering they're offshore. But let's see what we got here. So the game spread is 4.5, and the total is 38 games. 38 games is assuming they make it probably at least 4 sets. Let's see, if we went 7-6 3 times, we're looking at 39 games. So that'd be three sets that go to tie break, and one of these guys would have to win all 3 to hit that over. Otherwise, if you're looking at 1 break point each set, then you absolutely need to play 4 sets. It's possible, but it's unlikely that every set's going to go to tie break, right? So this is I'd say a pretty competitive number, especially like what's Bovada telling us with these odds, right? Sinner is a most likely winner here. I wonder if we've got what odds they're showing us here over on just the analytics site. So minus 303, which is more representative of what we're seeing on DraftKings, right? Win percentage 85% when the implied odds are around 75%. So Sinner, when he's this big of a favorite, he's probably going to win, which is great for the futures. Not great if you're looking for value if you haven't gotten in on him yet, right? So that's what we're here to talk about. I could see. I said this before. Medvedev is scrappy. He's got a unique game plan he brings into every match. He adapts on the fly. I think when he was playing, who was it? It wasn't Zverev. It might have been Borges. Yeah, it was Borges. He had this, the first couple games, he came in with this strategy where he was just going to, I think, just like power past Borges, and he realized Borges was no scrub like that. So he adapted on the fly, and it was pretty impressive to see him change his game, like in real time on very short notice, because he didn't take him the whole first set to do. But that's something that Medvedev's kind of modeled his whole career around. And that's something that I hope to see tonight, so we don't just see a 3-0 Sinner blowout. If I had to, minus 125 is not awesome. Let me check the alternate game totals. Game spread. These are individual ones just for each player themselves. Okay, so just a couple. And this isn't even an alternate, so the site hasn't updated. Let me see what they've got on here. Match problem. Match stats. I'm not too familiar because I can't use this book here where I live. Match lines. Total games. Okay. Minus 138 and minus 115. I lean towards the over here. They line up pretty evenly between the two books. So I like the over here if you're looking to be a little chalky with the minus 125, but it's not terrible value because I think it's reasonable that Medvedev pulls a set out of this regardless of how well Sinner's playing. You got to think Sinner just beat Djokovic 3-1, right? So maybe these lines are a little inflated. Medvedev is not Djokovic. Djokovic did not have his A game. He said so himself. Go watch some reactions from some of the more popular channels around social media on like Gil Gross, tennis plays. Great reaction, great analysis of the matches. That's not what we're here to do necessarily, but everyone was very surprised that that Djokovic came out and looked the way he did. It was just not a good performance. It was his first time ever losing past the quarterfinals in the Australian Open, and he's been there 11 times. So that he's never lost past the quarterfinals. 10 separate tournaments. He's won 10 Australian Opens. This is the first one he's advanced this far, not winning the whole thing. This is a different Djokovic. It could that could inflate these lines a little bit. So I like this. I would go. I might put a unit on this. If you're feeling like, or at least at the very least rooting for a long match, this is something that you're probably going to want to tail on. Let's look at set props. What are we getting set wise? I always like to look at these. Okay, so Sinner minus 1.5 is minus 145. Excuse me, and if you're going for the exact numbers, you're going to get a little better odds. Great value. I don't know, because again, a lot of question marks with Medvedev. How's he going to show up? If he does pull one of his go down 2-0 sets, can he recover against a guy like Sinner? It's a different story against a guy like Rusevori and a guy like Hurkacz. Not Hurkacz. A guy like Zverev. Sinner is a little bit more composed, seemingly. I don't mean to knock Zverev too much, but we've seen big collapses from him in the past. Sinner as well, but just looking like a totally different person this year, different player. I like this right here. Sinner exact set victory 3-1 at plus 255. I think Medvedev employs that question mark strategy that we're all excited to see, and takes a break point off of Sinner, and then they both hold serve the rest of the way. So we see a 6-4 set in favor of Medvedev, but Sinner kind of cleans up the rest of the way. I might put a half unit on that. I haven't decided, but this is going to be one of my picks. I'm taking the over 38, the exact score minus 3-1 for Sinner, plus 255. If you're afraid of this, and I don't blame you if you are, go with this. I don't see Sinner dropping 2 sets. As much as I just kind of played up how the odds could be inflated because Djokovic wasn't in form, he just beat Novak Djokovic 3-1. And that's nothing to shrug at by any means. This is even chalkier. And I don't even think this isn't great value to me, because I could easily see Sinner just winning 3-0. And you can get plus 150 for that. So no value in any of these. I almost never look at the alternate set spread. This is going to be my second pick, though. Excuse me, right here, the 3-1. But alternative bet for those of you who want to play a little bit more safe. I think this one is a good value, and really either of these are not terrible value. However you think the match is going to go. Again, inform yourself with opinions from some other analysts that really understand the game, and your own perception of how well Sinner performed, and Medvedev's, excuse me, the both of them. So let's look at one more. Let's see if we can find a fun one to follow. Match props. No, I want to go to ace and double fault props. Let's see. Service game prop. No, I wonder if there's a win player props. No, this is garbage. This is not something that I typically would have a bet on, but since it's the final, it's like the Super Bowl, right? You want to have some fun prop bets to throw in there, just to make the occasion a little bit more exciting and keep yourself engaged throughout the whole event. Sinner's serve looks really good. What makes it even more interesting is that Medvedev is one of the best return games off good serves in the whole ATP. Most aces, Sinner plus 225, Medvedev minus 250. That's pretty interesting. This is my first time seeing this. This is not. This is a clean reaction from me. So, total aces over 8.5. Wonder if I can see. Give me just center. I know there's a better site for this, but yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to find this right now. Let me do this on another screen real quick. Give me per game. Total, all 2023. Oh, sorry, this is his career. Let's compare this to Medi. Oh wait, there's a head-to-head thing. I don't know how to get back there. No, I want the stats. This isn't going to tell me much. I like the way Sinner's been serving. I think it's been exciting. I think Medvedev is going to be on his heels a lot dealing with Sinner's serve, but I don't think he's not going to return them. I think he's going to lose a lot of points in the first 4 hits. And I wish that was something we could bet on. So yeah, I don't care about this stuff. I'm going to pick one of these aces ones. I like the way Sinner is serving. And I think he's going to wrap this up in a relatively quick fashion. Why not? I'll put a half a unit on Sinner plus 225 to have the most aces in the match. I think that sounds fun. That's a fun thing to keep track of when we're watching some good tennis. Yeah, that's just kind of more of a gut feeling one. I couldn't pull up any good stats to back that one up on the fly here, but that's what I'm going to go with. All right, 530. Let me check DraftKings just to see what we're talking about here. Can I get exact set spread? Sinner minus 1.5 is minus 140 here. It's minus 145 on Bovada. Set betting. Sinner 3-1 plus 250. Would I get 255? Set props. 255 here. So props are getting better value on Bovada so far. Let's see. Oh, up here. Player props. To win, total aces. Sinner to win and serve over 8.5 aces. Not terrible value considering that the aces over 8.5 aces. What was it? Is minus 115 plus 150. If you think he's going to serve more than 8.5 aces, this is a pretty good bet right here. Games. Oops, not what I wanted. And it looks like they don't have double fault stats. I don't know what stats trouble. Oh, this. Okay. I don't like these. To win and total aces. So yeah, not bad value here. I don't know if you're gonna find, if you can find them, cool. Oh, combined aces and double faults. No. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Those are good. Those are going to be 3 bets that I'm tracking heading into the heading into the final tonight. Again, that's over 38 games. Wait, did I say 38? Let me check. Yep, over 38 games. My chalky one. We're going to go with exact set score of 3-1 for Sinner at plus 255. And we're going to go Sinner to serve the most aces at plus 225. Let's make some money, boys. Thank you for joining us today for this quick rundown of where we're liking the numbers here for the final of the Australian Open. I've got to run. We've got some plans tonight, but yeah, I hope that you're all able to find some value in some of these lines on here. It should be a really great match, really exciting play styles going up against each other. Steve, thank you for joining. Fancy Rancy, nice to hear from you as well. Thank you for the help setting up the audio. Yeah. All right. Enjoy the final tonight, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you next time.